Good evening, everybody. It is May 13th, otherwise known as March 74th. Because really, and actually Ralph Wolf of Jersey Coast Appliance here in Toms River said the month of March really has not ended, whether it be the weather or the fact that we're all sitting at home. But either way, this is March 74th, May 13th, whatever you want to say. And to me, this is a huge milestone day. 1 year ago today was the day I filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy reorganization for the company Brilliant Environmental Services. And I made it. 1 year later, my plan was approved on April 30th. Hopefully on May 28th, my case will be closed, I guess is what it's called. But that doesn't mean I'm done. Just means that the case is closed, and then I have a payment plan for the next 5 years is what it works out to be. But it's pretty real, getting close to the end. Business has been brisk. We are working hard. Staff has been fantastic. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But you really, when I set out to do these little podcasts, I did it for two reasons. My sister will tell you I did it because I needed somebody to talk to and get things off my chest, and who better but the world, and so I'm doing that. But also, again, I'm trying to teach and educate, and I'm trying to give insight, and everybody goes through different trials and tribulations in life, and I think right now we're all going through one together, and we just need to make our way through it. So I think I have some different things that have happened to me. I may teach somebody may say something, and it may hear me say something, and it may be worthwhile. And probably the biggest thing is somebody's probably going to say you should start editing your videos. But I'm not doing that. I am who I am. Popeye used to say that, right? So my hair has gotten longer. We're close to a ponytail, as you can see in the back. We're getting there. The beard's filling in. I'm kind of digging it. Debbie's not. Most people are not. So it might stay. We'll see how it all goes. But what comes to mind and thoughts that I think about, really is struggle, and struggle ends with perseverance. Perseverance, is doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. I don't think I've achieved the success I really want yet. I'm still striving for that in life. But I gotta tell you, I have persevered through a shitload. I've not given up, and I will not give up. And I tell everybody out there, whoever watches this, whoever spends the 10 minutes to watch anything that I do, you have got to persevere through these times and all times. You have got to fight to the finish line, and you have got to work hard. There's nothing that comes easy in life. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. If you remember that saying, you win $1, or you can go buy a pack of gum. That's probably more than $1 these days. But you got to work hard. Nothing comes easy. You got to persevere through the good times and the bad times. And there, even good times, you persevere. You got to make your way through and keep working. And I think, I always say, I think one of the things that I take out of the fact why I can work well with almost everybody is because I work side by side. I'm not a slacker. I'm always trying to, accomplish a lot in life and work hard. Let it be Brilliant Environmental Services. Let it be my nonprofit side, treasurer of Green Faith, president of Congregation B'nai Israel, which, by the way, I will be staying for 1 more year. So I will complete my 10th year on June 30th of 2021. I was installed on June 3rd of 2011, and that was the night of Sarah's bat mitzvah. She was 13 years old. She'll be 23 years old when I finish my term. I'll be old too. But or the first vice chair of the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce. I give it my all. I try to always give back to everything I do, and I am always trying to achieve more and more. I'm trying to learn more and more. I have another company. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this. So it has an interesting name. It's called PB&J, Continuing Professional Education Services. So PB&J is Phil Brilliant and George. He spells his name with a J. George Berkowitz. We're partners in this continuing education program that we acquired, took over from Montclair State University back in 2017, and we've been offering courses ever since. And we have made the quick change to go online, and we've had some great classes since April. And we have one this morning, which was on quantitative conceptual site model. I actually got to teach with two guys from McLean Environmental, Dr. Charlie McLean, and Mark Hoffman. And it was a great class. We had 66 people in the class, in the Zoom session. And I got a lot out of it. I'm hoping everybody who attended did. But I like to teach. I like to be involved. I like doing those classes and those programs. It's worked really well to help me get through some tough times. But also, again, I can talk with the best of them. So you give me a topic, I will study it, and I will be able to provide insight. So that's why I like the continuing education program. I get to do, be the expert in the industry. And that's how I get business and how I work hard and work through things and get things done. Excuse me. So with things that we get done, the other word that comes to mind is accomplishments. So this is a high week for me, a great week. I say there's nothing that's going to bring me down, so please don't do that. This Saturday, Sarah, my daughter, though there is no official commencement, there'll be a virtual commencement, will graduate from Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, with a degree in environmental studies specializing in sustainable development. She did it in 4 years. She worked her butt off. She deserves the degree. Very, very proud of her. Of course, parents are always proud of their kids. I'm proud of Andrea. I'm proud of Jessica. I've seen them grow up to be beautiful young ladies, working hard. Jessica raising a family. They're amazing. I am, amazed at Sarah and her hard work, her dedication. This is her accomplishment in life, and she deserves all the accolades to get there. Coming from a divorced home myself, she came from a divorced home. She was young. She was 4 years old, 3 years old, when we separated. And I started thinking about things that have happened in her life in just 22 years. Columbine shooting happened in 1999, so that was in her lifetime. Everything changed in schools at that. Aurora, the movie theater, Sandy Hook, Parkland, the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, 9/11, the Charleston shooting. All of these things that shaped the years of her life so far that she has persevered through to make it to this accomplishment. And things have changed. Hurricane Sandy changed her life completely. In my mind, for the good, because she was that girl in the corner who was very shy, and she came out and did great things after Hurricane Sandy to raise over $40,000 for first responders who left their house during Hurricane Sandy to come back to nothing. And she raised money for them, her and her friend Amanda. They did a fantastic job. That was the changing point. So good came out of bad, but all of the devastation, destruction. But on the good side also, there was no Facebook, there was no social media really. She's grown up with that. She knows no different. She probably will tell me she doesn't use Facebook or Twitter and that stuff. I don't even know what she uses these days. Your iPhone, could you live without your iPhone? That has been a part of her life since I think she's 10 or 11 years old. So great accomplishments in her 4 years. I'll give the comparison. In my 4 years, I worked all 4 years. I worked hard to cover all of my expenses, and I worked all summer long. There was no slacking, but I slacked at school. I was probably not the greatest student. I probably enjoyed a few cocktails along the way, and came out and got a job. Sarah has worked hard for 4 years. She has held a job for all 4 of those years. She loves to work in the food industry. She loves to work in the kitchen. She'd rather not deal with the people and taking orders. I don't blame her. She's in the kitchen. She's worked all 4 years somewhere. She worked here in high school at Chipotle. She took that job down to Boone with her. So she has really earned her way through college. She became a North Carolina resident on her own. She's living in the state of North Carolina. So she has done a lot and seen a lot. She did a travel abroad to Laos in Southeast Asia, traveling through San Francisco, China, Bangkok to Laos. And she was there, if you remember, when that soccer team was stuck in the cave in Thailand. She was in Laos during all that rainstorms. She built a school out of plastic bottles filled with dirt. She taught English. And basically saw Southeast Asia from the eyes of people who lived there. She spent 9 weeks in Ghana in Africa. Probably the experience of a lifetime, that she learned more about human nature, learned more about nature, learned more about survival. When you go somewhere where what they eat most is meat and you're a vegetarian, you got to learn to survive. And she did that. And she has traveled all these places alone. Not like she picked a classmate, a roommate, a friend, or whatever it was. She got on planes and traveled this world knowing nobody. And made a change in the world and made a change in her every step of the way. I am so, so proud and so excited to see her graduate on Saturday. Do I care it's a virtual commencement? Yeah, I do. I'd love to be there, hug and kiss her, get that picture when she gets that diploma, but I'm just as happy. And I think she should be just as happy that what she has accomplished and what she has done in her 22 years. And I'm very happy and proud to say that, unfortunately, because of the pandemic and where we are now, her job opportunities have evaporated. She had a couple of offers. She was looking to go to Denver in August for an offer. Those jobs have fallen through. But her somewhat loss right now is both of our gains, as she will join Brilliant Environmental Services on June 1st as an environmental scientist, working in the field of site remediation, learning like I did 31 years ago when Tony Cole of GES took me under his arms and taught me everything that he knew, and then I learned a lot more. And hopefully she'll enjoy it. Hopefully she'll learn a lot. We'll learn a lot from her because she knows a lot of things that we don't know relative to the environment and relative to using technologies, and we can learn from each other. Do I think she's going to stay forever? No, I don't. Do I think it's a good stepping stone, a good opportunity for her to embellish her resume, grow it a little, learn, and meet people? We all know things happen when you meet people in this world. So I'm done for tonight. I've talked about accomplishments and perseverance. And if I teach my kids anything, nothing comes easy. You work hard, you struggle, you persevere, and you have accomplishments in life. And those accomplishments are the most satisfying when you work your hardest to get them. So I tell all of you, okay, we are struggling, our businesses are suffering, our bank accounts are suffering, our hair is suffering. We're not getting out to hug our friends, kiss our family, and really be with our loved ones outside of our house. But we will persevere, and when we get out of this, the feeling that we will have of great accomplishment and the feeling we will have of enjoyment will be phenomenal. When will that be? Only God knows. Good night.